Have you ever stood in a place so ancient, so masterfully built, that you could feel the cosmos turning above you? Welcome to Teotihuacan, the city where the gods were standing at the heart of this ancient metropolis. A place that whispers secrets of the stars, of sacrifice, and of worlds hidden just beneath our feet. Today, we delve into the mysteries of one of its most enigmatic structures, the Temple of the Feathered Serpent. Imagine a civilization without modern telescopes, without GPS, yet they built an entire city in perfect alignment with the heavens. That's the genius of The main thoroughfare, the legendary Avenue of the Dead, isn't just a road. It's a cosmic map laid out on the earth, and at its southern end stands the magnificent Temple of the Feathered Serpent, a six-tiered pyramid that is a testament to both artistic brilliance and astronomical precision. Look closely at its design. The temple isn't just beautiful, it's a celestial clock. Archaeologists and astronomers have discovered that its orientation is no accident. It is perfectly aligned to track the movements of a very specific celestial body, the planet Venus. In Mesoamerican cosmology, Venus wasn't just a bright light in the sky. It was the celestial counterpart of the god Quetzalcóatl, the feathered serpent. This god represented life, creation, and knowledge. The builders designed this temple so that as Venus journeyed across the sky, its rising and setting points would align with the pyramid's corners and faces at key moments in its cycle. So, when you walk the Avenue of the Dead and approach this sacred place, you are quite literally following the path of a god, tracing the steps of the heavens themselves. It's a profound connection between humanity and the universe, carved in stone. The facade of the temple tells this story in breathtaking detail. Protruding from the stone walls are over 260 intricate carvings of the feathered serpent. You can see their serpentine bodies undulating across the stone, their heads adorned with magnificent plumes of feathers. They are guardians of this sacred space, symbols of the divine knowledge the city's creators possessed. Interspersed with these figures are representations of another powerful deity, possibly Tlaloc, the god of rain and fertility, whose goggle-eyed image speaks to the vital importance of water in this Huel-Totud valley. The combination of these gods suggests a temple dedicated to the fundamental forces of creation, the cycles of the cosmos and the life-giving rains that sustain the city, but for all its celestial beauty and artistic grandeur. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent holds a much darker, more visceral secret within its foundations. To understand it, we must peel back the layers of stone and time, and confront a story written in blood. When archaeologists began to excavate beneath the temple's glorious exterior, they didn't just find architectural marvels. They found evidence of a chillingly grand ceremony. Deep within the pyramid's core, they uncovered mass graves. These weren't random burials, they were meticulously arranged ritual sacrifices. The remains of over 200 individuals were found, most of them warriors, identifiable by the weapons and ornaments buried with them. The scene was both horrifying and precise. Many had their hands bound behind their backs, a final, undeniable sign of their fate. They were sacrificed during the temple's dedication, a massive offering to consecrate this sacred structure and to appease the powerful gods it honored. Each burial was a complex ritual. The victims were adorned with necklaces made of human jaws, some real, some carved from shell, a symbol of their martial prowess and perhaps their honorable death. They were laid out in specific patterns, often in groups of 9, 13, 18, and 20 numbers, that held deep significance in the Mesoamerican calendar and cosmology. These weren't just deaths, they were integral parts of a cosmic machine. The people of Teotihuacan believed that the universe was a delicate balance, one that required human energy and life force to keep it from collapsing. These sacrifices, as terrifying as they seemed to us, were seen as the ultimate offering to keep the sun rising, the rains coming, and the world in order. Here, at the Temple of the Feathered Serpent, profound devotion met a violent, orchestrated death, forever binding the structure to the lifeblood of its people. The story of sacrifice deepens our understanding of this place. It transforms the temple from a simple astronomical observatory into a dynamic center of power, where life and death were intertwined in a sacred, cosmic drama. The feathered serpent, a god of life, was being fed with death to ensure the continuation of life for the entire city. It's a paradox that lies at the very heart of Teotihuacan's belief system. Just when you think the temple has given up all its secrets, it reveals another, one that leads us from the world of the living into the realm of the underworld. For decades, archaeologists suspected that there was more to be found beneath the pyramid. Then, in 2003, a heavy rainstorm caused a sinkhole to open up right in front of the temple, revealing the entrance to a tunnel that had been sealed for nearly 1,800 years. This wasn't just any passage. It was a doorway into another world. What lay inside was beyond anyone's imagination, sending in small, remote-controlled robots. Equipped with scanners, a team of researchers began a journey into the dark. The tunnel stretches over 300 feet directly beneath the pyramid, ending in a series of 3 chambers. As the robots ventured deeper, their lights reflected off something astonishing. The walls of the tunnel were encrusted with pyrite, or fool's gold, ground into a fine powder. In the darkness, illuminated by torchlight, these walls would have glittered like a star-filled night sky, creating a dazzling, otherworldly effect for anyone who once walked this path. The discoveries became even more surreal. The team found thousands of artifacts meticulously placed along the passage. Jade statues, carved shells, rubber balls, and jaguar remains. But the most mind-bending find was waiting in the chambers at the end. There, the explorers found large, liquid pools of mercury. Mercury. It's a shimmering reflective element, and archaeologists believe it was used to represent the rivers or lakes of the Mesoamerican underworld. Imagine ancient priests descending into this glittering tunnel, arriving at these liquid mirrors that symbolized a portal to the world of the dead. It was a physical representation of a spiritual journey. Floating on the mercury and scattered around the chambers were hundreds of mysterious orbs. These spheres, made of clay and covered in the same glittering pyrite, have stumped everyone. What were they for? Some speculate they were celestial models, mapping the heavens. Others believe they were ritual offerings, their purpose lost to time. This tunnel has rewritten everything we thought we knew. It's a simulated underworld, a ceremonial passage connecting the earthly temple with the supernatural realm. And it poses the ultimate question: what, or who, lies at the very end of this journey? The chambers have been carefully explored, but the central mystery remains. Many believe this tunnel must lead to the final resting place of a Teotihuacan ruler. Unlike the Maya or the Aztecs, no tomb of a king has ever been found here. Could a forgotten monarch be buried in a still hidden chamber, making this the first royal tomb discovered in the city? Or is the tunnel's purpose purely symbolic, a ceremonial portal between life and death, never meant to hold a body, but to be a place of immense ritual power? The search continues, and with each new scan, we get closer to an answer. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent is more than just a ruin. It is a cosmic clock, a sacrificial altar, and a gateway to another dimension. It's a place that reminds us that there are still profound mysteries buried beneath our feet, waiting for us to find them. The story of Teotihuacan is still being written. In the heart of the Valley of Mexico, shrouded in mist and time, lies a place of giants. Its name, whispered through the ages, is Teotihuacan. Long before the Aztec Empire rose to power, the civilization we still know so little about carved a city from the volcanic rock. A metropolis aligned with the stars themselves. They built monuments that defy imagination. The colossal pyramid of the sun, reaching for the heavens. The serene pyramid of the moon, guarding the avenue of the dead. But nestled within this sacred landscape stands a structure that holds the city's deepest, most profound secrets. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent. This is not just a story of stone and dust. It is a journey into the heart of a cosmic mystery, a tale of a god who bridged the gap between heaven and earth, and a city said to be built, not by human hands, but by the divine. Imagine standing here as the first light of dawn spills across the horizon, painting these ancient stones in hues of gold and rose. The air is still, but the silence is heavy with unspoken stories. The ruins of Teotihuacan stretch out before us, a breathtaking panorama of a world lost to time. For centuries, archaeologists and historians have walked these grounds, their minds filled with questions that echo as loudly today as they did 100 years ago. Who were the master architects who conceived of this sprawling city? What language did they speak? What name did they call themselves? And perhaps, the most haunting question of all, why did they leave after nearly 1,000 years of flourishing? Teotihuacan was systematically burned and abandoned, its people vanishing from history, leaving behind a ghost city of unparalleled grandeur. Every precisely cut block, every perfectly aligned avenue, speaks of a society with an incredible understanding of engineering, mathematics, and astronomy. They mapped the cosmos on the ground, creating a mirror of the heavens. But their devotion was not just to the stars. It was too powerful, awe-inspiring gods who demanded reverence, and sometimes the ultimate sacrifice. To understand this temple, we must first understand the deity it honors, Quetzalcóatl, the Feathered Serpent. The temple, therefore, was far more than just a place of worship, adorned with over 260 masterfully carved serpent heads. It was a living, breathing monumenta, cosmic gateway, a point of connection where the veil between worlds was at its thinnest. Unlike the sheer, imposing faces of the sun and moon pyramids, the Temple of the Feathered Serpent is an intricate masterpiece of sculpture and symbolism. Imagine it in its prime, painted in vibrant shades of red, blue, and green. The serpent heads seeming to writhe and undulate in the flickering torchlight. These are not just decorations. They are a narrative carved in stone. Each head emerges from a frame of 11 petals, a sacred number in Mesoamerican cosmology. While the serpent's body wends its way across the facade, its scales represented by seashells. This tells us of a connection to water, to the primordial sea, from which all life was believed to have emerged. Interspersed between the feathered serpents are other enigmatic figures, believed by some to be Tlaloc, the god of rain and fertility, or perhaps another cosmic deity, whose identity is lost to us. This pyramid was the spiritual and political heart of the city, a stage for the most sacred rituals. The temple was a declaration of power, a map of the cosmos, and a testament to a faith so profound it could move mountains. The tunnel ran over 100 meters directly beneath the temple, ending in a series of chambers. It wasn't empty. It was a treasure trove of offerings, a sacred time capsule left by the city's founders. Thousands upon thousands of artifacts were carefully placed along its length. Shimmering pyrite mirrors, intricate jade carvings, rubber balls, and seashells brought from coasts hundreds of miles away. They had found a metaphorical river of mercury, representing a sacred subterranean lake, leading them to the final 3 chambers. Here, in the deepest, most sacred heart of the pyramid, they expected to find the one thing that had eluded them for so long. The tomb of a Teotihuacan. For all its grandeur, no royal burial had ever been found in the city, a puzzle that has long baffled experts. Inside the chambers, they found 4 stunning greenstone statues, standing as eternal guardians. They found jaguar remains, boxers filled with beetle wings, and countless other precious objects. It was a king's ransom and offerings, a clear indication of a royal burial. Why create such an elaborate, richly furnished underworld, if not for a king? The tunnel wasn't just leading to a burial, it was leading to the very center of the Teotihuacan cosmos. The tunnel's secrets were not the only dark truths the temple held. The Feathered Serpent, the god of creation, demanded a foundation of death. This duality of life and death, creation and destruction, is at the very core of Teotihuacan's belief system and is physically embedded in the foundations of its most beautiful temple. The evidence points to a multi-ethnic society, a cosmopolitan hub where people from all over Mesoamerica came to live, trade, and worship. We see influences from Maya, Zapotec, and Gulf Coast cultures in the art and artifacts found throughout the city. Teotihuacan was like the New York or London of its day, a melting pot of ideas, technologies, and beliefs. This diversity may explain the city's incredible innovation and influence, which spread for hundreds of miles in every direction, but it may also hold the key to its collapse. Around 550 AD, the central monuments, including the Temple of the Feathered Serpent, were intentionally and systematically destroyed. The sculptures were smashed, The temples were burned, but the residential areas of the city were largely untouched. This suggests not an invasion from outside, but an internal uprising, a violent revolution. Perhaps the diverse population grew tired of the ruling elite. Perhaps the system of tribute and sacrifice became too oppressive. Or maybe a catastrophic drought or famine shattered the people's faith in rulers who claimed to command the gods of rain and fertility. Whatever the cause, the people turned on the symbols of power they had lived under for centuries. And then, they simply walked away, leaving their magnificent city to crumble into legend. Today, the Temple of the Feathered Serpent stands as a silent witness to a lost world. Its stone heads, weathered by centuries of sun and wind, still gaze out with an enigmatic intensity. They challenge us, asking us to piece together a story whose most important chapters are missing. Teotihuacan is a profound reminder that even the mightiest civilizations can fall, and that some mysteries may be so deep they are never fully solved. It teaches us about the incredible heights of human achievement, artistry, and intellect, but also about the darker aspects of power, control, and belief. The city of the gods was not a perfect paradise. It was a complex, vibrant, and sometimes brutal human society, just like our own. Its legacy is not just in the stones that remain, but in the enduring questions it forces us to ask about our own place in the cosmos. The whispers of Teotihuacan haven't faded. They have simply been waiting for us to learn how to listen. Just a stone's throw from modern-day Mexico City lies the sprawling ruins of the city of the gods, dominated by the massive Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. This metropolis was once one of the largest and most influential in the Pre-Columbian Americas. At its peak around 450 AD, it housed over 150,000 people. But who were they? And where did they go? The Aztecs, who found the city abandoned in the 1400s, were so awestruck they believed it was built by giants or gods. They gave it its name, but even they didn't know its true story. This is the first great puzzle of Teotihuacan. The city predates the Aztecs by over 1,000 years, and we have no written records from its original inhabitants. They simply vanished, leaving behind a silent message carved in stone. Some theories point to the Toltecs, an earlier civilization known for their artistry, but others suggest an even older, lost culture. It's like discovering New York City completely empty, with no books, no letters, nothing to tell you who lived there or what they called themselves. Now, let's venture beneath the surface, specifically under the Temple of the Feathered Serpent, a smaller but incredibly ornate pyramid. For centuries, it stood guarding its secrets, but in 2003, a heavy rainstorm opened up a sinkhole right in front of it, revealing something extraordinary. The entrance to a tunnel, deliberately sealed over 1,800 years ago. This wasn't just any passage. It was a journey into the ancient Mesoamerican underworld. Archaeologists, using small, remote-controlled robots, nicknamed Tlaloc 2TC, began a painstaking exploration. What they found was beyond their wildest dreams. As the little robot trundled deeper into the 340-foot-long tunnel, its cameras revealed a scene straight out of mythology. The walls and ceiling were sparkling, coated with a powder made of magnetite and hematite, which made the entire passage glitter as if it were the night sky. And then they found the pools, shimmering, silvery pools of liquid mercury. This wasn't an accident. Mercury was incredibly rare and difficult to produce, signifying immense ritual importance. It's believed these pools were meant to represent the rivers and lakes of the underworld, a sacred, otherworldly landscape. But that wasn't all. Scattered throughout the tunnel were thousands of artifacts, jade statues, intricate seashells, jaguar remains, and most curiously, hundreds of mysterious spheres. These orbs, made of clay and covered in pyrite, or fool's gold, would have glowed with a metallic luster. What were they for? Some scholars speculate they were offerings, others that they were symbolic representations of stars. The tunnel descends nearly 60 feet below the temple, ending in a series of 3 chambers. The excitement was palpable. The layout mirrored a sacred mountain, and many believed this could only lead to one thing: a royal tomb. Finding the final resting place of a Teotihuacan ruler would be the discovery of a lifetime, rewriting everything we know about its leadership. The chambers were filled with incredible offerings, But so far, no tomb, no king has been found. The mystery of what lies at the very end of this sacred passage remains unsolved. Is it a forgotten king's burial chamber, or something even more profound? Like a ceremonial portal where priests communed with the gods and the dead. The search continues, and with every inch they excavate, the story gets richer and more complex. Now, let's come back up to the surface and listen closely. Because in Teotihuacan, the very air sings. If you stand at the base of the temple of Quetzalcóatl, also known as the Feathered Serpent, and clap your hands, something magical happens. The echo that comes back isn't a normal clap. It's a chirping sound, remarkably similar to the call of the native Quetzal bird. This bird, with its vibrant green plumage, was sacred, a living manifestation of the god Quetzalcóatl. It's a stunning feat of acoustic engineering. The pyramid steps are designed with specific heights and depths to manipulate sound waves, turning a simple clap into a divine call. But the acoustic wonders don't stop there. As wind sweeps across the avenue of the dead and through the temple's intricate carvings, particularly the snake heads that adorn the structure, it creates a low, hissing sound. Imagine standing there as the ancient architects intended, hearing the whisper of the wind transform into the voice of the feathered serpent god itself. This wasn't accidental. Acoustic engineers have studied the site and confirmed that the architecture was intentionally designed to create these sounds. The builders of Teotihuacan didn't just construct a city of stone. They sculpted the soundscape, creating an environment where the divine presence was not just seen, but heard. It was a multi-sensory experience designed to inspire awe and reinforce belief, making the gods feel tangibly present. So we have a city built by a ghost civilization, a glittering underworld tunnel that may lead to a king's tomb, and pyramids that sing and hiss with the voice of a god. Teotihuacan is a place that challenges our understanding of the ancient world. It shows us a civilization with a grasp of engineering, astronomy, and acoustics that is simply mine. They didn't leave us a language, but they left us a message in their architecture, a puzzle box of epic proportions. The people who built it, the people of Teotihuacan, may have vanished, but their genius and their mystery endure. Have you ever stood before something so ancient, so monumental, that it feels like it wasn't built by human hands? Welcome to Teotihuacan, the city of the gods. For centuries, we thought we knew its story, crediting it to the mighty Aztecs. But what if I told you that was all wrong? The truth is far more mysterious. When the Aztecs stumbled upon this sprawling, silent city, it was already ancient, abandoned for over 1,000 years. They were so awestruck, they believed it was the birthplace of the gods themselves. But the real question remains: who were the original builders? This is one of archaeology's greatest enigmas. The people who laid these massive stones, who aligned the avenue of the dead with celestial bodies, vanished without a trace. They left behind no written records, no chronicles of their kings or their daily lives. It's like an entire civilization just disappeared. All we have are cryptic symbols etched into stone and magnificent pyramids that silently challenge everything we think we know about the ancient Americas. Some scholars point to the Toltecs, a culture known for their artistry, but the timelines don't quite match up. Others whisper of an even older, mother culture, a civilization so ancient it has been lost to myth. Imagine walking these same streets, not as a tourist, but as one of the first Aztecs to rediscover this ghost city. UDC, the colossal pyramid of the sun, and the elegant pyramid of the moon piercing the sky. You'd feel an overwhelming sense of reverence and fear. It's no wonder they concluded that only deities could have conceived of such a place. It was here, amidst these magnificent ruins, that the Aztecs revived the worship of one of Mesoamerica's most powerful gods, Quetzalcóatl, the Feathered Serpent. For the Aztecs, Teotihuacan wasn't just a collection of old buildings. It was a sacred site, the center of the cosmos. They believed the gods had sacrificed themselves here to create the sun and moon, setting the universe in motion. The legend of Quetzalcóatl, the god of wisdom, creation, and rebirth, became deeply intertwined with the city. This deity, often depicted as a snake covered in brilliant green feathers, represented the cyclical nature of life, death, and renewal. The Aztecs saw his spirit alive in the very stones of Teotihuacan, a promise that even after ruin, new life could emerge. This belief was so powerful that it echoed through the centuries, right up to the arrival of the Spanish. The conquistadors, led by Hernan Cortes, were stunned to learn of an ancient prophecy. It foretold the return of a light-skinned, bearded god from the East, a description that, to the Aztecs, eerily matched Cortes himself. Was this a tragic coincidence? Or was it the final, haunting echo of Teotihuacan's original legacy? The prophecy of Quetzalcóatl's return, born from the mystery of this city, ultimately played a crucial role in the fall of the Aztec Empire. The city's influence, it seems, could topple giants even centuries after its own demise. For a long time, we thought the pyramids and the Avenue of the Dead were the whole story. We mapped them, studied them, and thought we understood the scale of Teotihuacan. But modern technology is proving us wrong again. In recent years, archaeologists have turned to a groundbreaking tool called LiDAR. LiDAR is like a superpower for seeing through the earth. By bouncing laser pulses off the ground from an aircraft, scientists can create incredibly detailed 3D maps of the terrain, stripping away vegetation and soil to reveal what lies beneath. And what they found at Teotihuacan is nothing short of breathtaking. The scans have revealed a hidden world. Underneath the fields and hills surrounding the main pyramids, there are countless bumps and ridges that are anything but natural. These are the ghostly outlines of buried palaces and even entire residential neighborhoods that have been hidden for millennia. The city wasn't just a ceremonial center. It was a bustling metropolis, far larger and more complex than we ever imagined. These discoveries are completely reshaping our understanding of the city. We're not just finding more buildings. We're finding potential answers to that core mystery. Who are the builders? Each newly discovered structure is a time capsule. Inside, we might find artifacts, murals, or burial sites that could finally give us clues about their language, their social structure, and their beliefs. Some archaeologists speculate that what we see today might only be the tip of the iceberg, perhaps just the ceremonial core of a megacity that sprawled for miles. One of the most tantalizing discoveries has been the detection of tunnels and chambers deep beneath the pyramids themselves. In 2003, a heavy rainstorm opened up a sinkhole near the temple of the Feathered Serpent, revealing an entrance to a sealed tunnel that hadn't been entered in nearly 1,800 years. Inside, archaeologists found a miniature cosmic landscape. There were offerings of mercury, representing celestial rivers or lakes of the underworld, and thousands of artifacts, including jade statues, seashells, and jaguar remains. It was a sacred map of the cosmos, hidden from the world. Could similar tunnels exist under the other pyramids? LiDAR scans hinted anomalies and cavities deep within the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. What secrets could they hold? The remains of a god king, a royal tomb that would rival that of Egypt's pharaohs. Or perhaps the key to deciphering the origins of this enigmatic culture. The people of Teotihuacan may have vanished, but they left behind a puzzle carved into the very earth. They engineered their city to be a message across time, and we are only just beginning to learn how to read it. So, the next time you see a picture of Teotihuacan, don't just see ancient ruins. See a living mystery. See the work of a lost civilization that mastered engineering and astronomy. A city that inspired empires and shaped the course of history long after its people were gone. And see the thrilling frontier of modern archaeology, where technology is pulling back the veil of time, one laser pulse at a time. The story of Teotihuacan is far from over. In fact, we may be on the verge of its most exciting chapter yet. The silent city is finally beginning to speak, and we are all here, listening. Imagine a world buried just beneath your feet. A civilization so advanced, its secrets have remained locked away for centuries, waiting for us to find the key. We often think of pyramids as tombs for pharaohs. But what if I told you there's one that defies all expectations? A structure that isn't just a monument to the dead, but a living testament to a lost understanding of the cosmos. A place where earth and heaven meet. We journey to a place shrouded in mystery, where ancient stones pulse with an unexplained energy and modern technology is just beginning to scratch the surface of what lies beneath. Prepare to have your understanding of the ancient world completely transformed. For centuries, this colossal pyramid has dominated the landscape, a silent sentinel guarding the secrets of its creators. We've studied its angles, measured its steps, and marveled at its construction. But the real story the one that could rewrite history, was hidden from sight, buried under layers of earth and time. That is, until now. Recent breakthroughs in technology have peeled back these layers, not with shovels and brushes, but with LiDAR scans. A revolutionary technology that uses laser pulses to map the ground have sent shockwaves through the archaeological community. What these scans revealed is nothing short of breathtaking. Beneath the seemingly empty fields surrounding the pyramid, a ghostly image of a forgotten world has emerged. The data shows the unmistakable outlines of hidden temples, vast plazas, and intricate structures. It's not just a single building, it's a sprawling complex. Some scientists now believe that entire neighborhoods, complete cities even, are still lying in wait, perfectly preserved beneath the soil. Imagine walking through streets that haven't seen the sun in millennia, entering homes where the echoes of ancient life still linger. What treasures, what knowledge, what answers to the origins of this lost civilization are buried down there? Each new scan is like finding another piece of a grand, cosmic puzzle, and we've only just begun to put it together. As we move closer to the pyramid itself, the sheer scale is on, but the true message isn't in its size. It's carved into its very skin. The walls of this temple are not silent. They are a library of stone, a chronicle of creation, time, and the universe itself. The carvings are intricate, filled with symbolism that speaks a language we are only now beginning to decipher. Dominating the imagery are the feathered serpents, a powerful deity in many ancient cultures. But look closer. Each serpent head is not just a fearsome icon, it's a cosmological map. Surrounding them are meticulously carved seashells and delicate feathers. These aren't just decorations, they are profound symbols representing the fundamental elements of existence. Water and air, the sea, and the sky, the very essence of life. This suggests the temple is far more than a tribute to a single god. It may represent the moment of creation itself, the primordial sea from which all life emerged, the first breath of air that filled the world. The architects were not just builders. They were philosophers, astronomers, and theologians. They were encoding their entire worldview into the geometry and art of this sacred space. Every line, every curve, every symbol is a word and a story about how the universe was born, how time flows, and how humanity fits into this grand cosmic order. We are not just looking at ancient art, we are reading a message sent across the abyss of time. Yet, there is something here that cannot be captured by cameras or translated from stone. It must be felt. Visitors from all walks of life, from hardened skeptics to spiritual seekers, describe an uncanny sensation when they stand within these walls. An energy, a vibration that seems to radiate from the very stones themselves. It's a feeling that's hard to put into words, a palpable pulse in the air, a subtle hum that resonates deep within your chest. What is this mysterious force? Some scientists propose logical explanations. They point to the composition of the stones, the specific minerals within them, and the vast underground water systems. They theorize that these factors could create a unique electromagnetic field, a natural phenomenon amplified by the pyramid's precise construction. Others, however, believe the explanation lies beyond the reach of conventional science. They call it spiritual energy, the lingering life force of the countless ceremonies, prayers, and powerful moments that took place here over centuries. They believe the pyramid acts as an antenna, a conduit for energies that connect the physical world to other, unseen realms. Whether you call it science or spirit, one thing is undeniable. This place feels alive. It's as if the earth itself has a memory. And here, in this sacred place, that memory is so strong you can almost hear it whisper. The stones hold a pulse, a rhythmic beat that seems to sync with your own, reminding you that you are standing on ground where something profound and unforgettable happened. Now, let's take a step back and look up. High above the ruins, the clouds drift across the sky like ancient spirits, watching over the silent stones. The temple may seem dormant now, but its power is not gone. It's encoded in its very form. The geometry of this pyramid is no accident. It is a perfect mirror of the heavens. The alignment with celestial bodies, the number of steps, the angles of its sides, all of it corresponds to astronomical cycles, the 91 steps on each of the 4 sides, when added to the top platform. Total 365 the solar year, captured in stone. This is not just architecture. This is a calendar, an observatory, and a ladder to the stars. Every step you take on its grand stairway feels like a journey through time. You are reenacting a story that is as old as humanity itself, our endless, aspirational climb towards something greater. A climb toward understanding our place in the universe, toward connecting with the divine. The pyramid stands as a powerful monument between earth and heaven, a bridge built by human hands to reach for the cosmos. It represents our eternal quest for knowledge, our deep-seated need to find meaning in the patterns of the stars and the seasons. As you stand at its peak, looking out at the world below and the vast sky above, you realize you are part of that same timeless story. The mysteries of this place are a powerful reminder that our ancestors were not primitive. They were brilliant astronomers, engineers, and visionaries who possessed a depth of knowledge that we are still struggling to comprehend. The hidden city beneath the earth, the cosmic messages on the walls, the strange energy in the air, and the celestial alignment of the structure, all of it points to a civilization that was profoundly connected to the world around them and the universe beyond. They understood that there was no separation between science and spirituality, between the physical and the metaphysical. What we see today is just a shadow of what once was. But even in its ruined state, this pyramid continues to challenge us. It asks us to look deeper, to question our assumptions, and to open our minds to the possibility that there is more to our history than we know. The secrets are still there, waiting. They are in the earth, in the stone, and in the sky. And as we continue to explore with new eyes and new tools, who knows what other wonders we will find. The journey into the heart of this ancient mystery has only just begun. In the heart of Mexico's sprawling valley, a city older than memory lies sleeping. This is Teotihuacan, seen from the sky. Its avenues cut through the earth with impossible precision, a perfect grid, a blueprint for a metropolis laid down thousands of years before the rise of modern civilization. Who were its architects? We don't know. They left behind no inscriptions, no royal tombs, no names. All that remains are silent temples, intricately carved stone, and a profound, lingering quiet. At the city's core stands a monument of breathtaking scale and mystery. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent. This is not just a building, it's a statement, a symphony of stone, sacred geometry, and cosmic alignment. It wasn't built to honor a king or a queen, but to channel something far greater, something that connected the earth to the heavens. Imagine standing here as dawn breaks over the Valley of Mexico. The first rays of sunlight catch the pyramid, bathing it in a warm, golden glow. Its steps, though worn by the passage of countless centuries, still climb towards the sky with an unerring sense of purpose. Look closely at the facade. Carved serpent heads emerge from the stone, their eyes hollow, yet seemingly alive, staring out over the plaza as if guarding ancient secrets. Archaeologists tell us this temple wasn't always the stark, stone structure we see today. It once blazed with vibrant colors, reds, greens, and blues adorned with shimmering mosaics of shell and obsidian. It wasn't a ruin. It was a living, breathing symbol of immense power and forgotten knowledge. So, who are the masterminds behind this marvel? The truth is, no one knows for sure. When the Aztecs stumbled upon this abandoned city in the 14th century, it was already ancient, its origins lost to time. They were so awestruck that they named it Teotihuacan, the place where the gods were created, believing it was the birthplace of the universe itself. The city predates the Aztecs by centuries, perhaps even a millennium. They found a ghost town of epic proportions, yet its builders had vanished without a trace. At its peak, around 450 AD, Teotihuacan was a thriving metropolis, home to more than 100,000 people. To put that in perspective, it was one of the largest cities anywhere in the world at that time, a bustling, cosmopolitan center of trade, art, and innovation. The people who lived here were not primitive. They were masters of engineering, harnessing the volcanic rock of the region to create their pyramids and temples. They designed sophisticated water systems with underground drainage channels, and their urban planning was so advanced that it rivals modern city grids. The main thoroughfare, the Avenue of the Dead, runs 4 miles, perfectly aligned with celestial body. This alignment is no accident. The astronomy and mathematics encoded into Teotihuacan's layout are astonishingly precise. The entire city is a massive cosmic clock. The Pyramid of the Sun, for example, is oriented to mark the passage of the sun on specific days of the year, crucial for agriculture and religious ceremonies. Its base is almost identical in size to that of the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, a coincidence that has baffled scholars for decades. How did a civilization with no written language, no wheel for transport, and no metal tools achieve such architectural and astronomical sophistication? It's a question that echoes through these silent plazas. Let's walk down the Avenue of the Dead. This isn't just a street. It's a sacred pathway. It connects the city's 3 main monuments. The Pyramid of the Moon at the northern end, the Pyramid of the Sun dominating the center, and the Citadel, which encloses the Temple of the Feathered Serpent to the south. As you walk, you're flanked by smaller platforms and temples, once believed to be tombs, hence the name given by the Aztecs. But recent discoveries suggest these were residential compounds for the city's elite, lavishly decorated with murals depicting jaguars, coyotes, and mysterious deities. These murals offer our only real glimpse into the minds of the Teotihuacan. They are vibrant, complex, and filled with symbolism that we are only just beginning to decipher. We see a great goddess figure, a storm god reminiscent of later Mesoamerican deities, and of course, the feathered serpent. This powerful symbol, a snake covered in the plumes of the sacred Quetzal bird, represents the duality of earth and sky, creation and knowledge. It's a concept that would later be adopted by cultures all across Mesoamerica, from the Toltecs to the Aztecs. But it was here, in Teotihuacan, that this idea found its grandest architectural expression. Underneath the Temple of the Feathered Serpent, archaeologists made a stunning discovery. In 2003, a tunnel was found, sealed for nearly 1,800 years. Inside, they uncovered a miniature cosmic landscape. The tunnel's ceiling was dusted with powdered pyrite, creating the illusion of a starry night sky. The floor was a symbolic underworld river, filled with thousands of ritual offerings, jade statues, jaguar remains, and spheres of unknown purpose. At the end of the tunnel lay 3 chambers, perhaps representing the origin of life itself. It was a recreation of the Teotihuacano creation myth, a sacred journey into the heart of the cosmos, hidden beneath the pyramid. Yet, for all these discoveries, the central mystery remains. Why was Teotihuacan abandoned? Around 550 AD, the city experienced a sudden and violent collapse. The central temples and elite residences were systematically burned. But this wasn't an invasion. The destruction appears to have been an inside job, a massive, coordinated act of desecration. Was it a popular uprising against a ruling class? A civil war? The result of a catastrophic environmental disaster, like a prolonged drought. The evidence is ambiguous. After the fires, the population dwindled, and within a century, the once mighty city was all but empty. Its people scattered, taking their secrets with them. The legacy of Teotihuacan, however, did not die. Its influence spread far and wide, shaping the art, religion, and politics of Mesoamerica for centuries to come. The gods worshipped here, the architectural styles perfected here, and the cosmic vision encoded here would become the foundation for later civilizations. The Aztecs saw themselves as the heirs of Teotihuacan, drawing legitimacy from its ancient power, even as they remained mystified by its true origins. Today, Teotihuacan stands as a powerful testament to the heights of human achievement and the fragility of civilization. It reminds us that even the greatest empires can fall, that knowledge can be lost, and that some questions may never be answered. As you gaze upon the Pyramid of the Sun, feeling its immense scale, or trace the carvings of the Feathered Serpent, you are connecting with a story that is both profoundly human and deeply enigmatic. This is more than just a ruin. It is a challenge to our understanding of the past, a silent city that still speaks volumes to those who are willing to listen. Have you ever stood in a place so ancient that you can almost hear the echoes of the past? A place where history is written, not in books, but in stone, under the vast, open sky. We're traveling to the heart of Mexico, to a city shrouded in mystery, a metropolis that rose and fell long before the Aztecs came to power. This is Teotihuacan, the place where gods were born. Imagine this. You're walking along the Avenue of the Dead, a grand causeway stretching for miles. To your seats. Colossal pyramids pierce the sky, the pyramid of the sun and the pyramid of the moon. Silent giants that have witnessed centuries of change. The air is thin, the sun is warm, and all around you are the remnants of a civilization that, at its peak, was one of the largest in the world. But who were these people? What language did they speak? And why did they abandon this magnificent city? These are the questions that have puzzled archaeologists for generations. Teotihuacan wasn't built by the Aztecs. They discovered it centuries after it was deserted, already a city of ruins. They were so awestruck by its scale and grandeur that they believed it could only have been built by gods. They gave it the name we use today. But the original name, the true name of this city, is lost to time, just like the identity of its creators. This isn't just a collection of ruins. It's a giant, unsolved puzzle, and every stone holds a potential clue. Our journey today leads us to a special place within this ancient city, a structure that holds one of its darkest and most fascinating secrets. It's not the largest pyramid here, but it is perhaps the most ornate and significant. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent, also known as the Temple of Quetzalcóatl. Tucked away in the Citadel complex, this six-tiered pyramid might seem smaller than its neighbors, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in detail, and a story written in blood and sacrifice. As we get closer, you'll see that the temple's facade is an incredible work of art. Protruding from the stone are hundreds of sculpted heads, alternating between two powerful deities. One is the Feathered Serpent, Quetzalcóatl, a god of creation, wisdom, and the wind. Its serpentine body is covered in magnificent plumage, a symbol that would echo through countless Mesoamerican cultures for centuries to come. The other head is more enigmatic, with large, goggle-like eyes and a fanged mouth. This is often identified as Tlaloc the storm god, or a fire serpent, a war deity. Together, they represent a powerful duality, perhaps creation and destruction, life and water, war and peace. These carvings are not just decoration. They are a cosmic narrative, a statement of power and belief. The entire temple was once painted in vibrant colors, brilliant reds, blues, greens, and yellows. Imagine how it must have looked over 1,500 years ago. Shimmering under the Mexican sun, a divine palace at the very heart of the city's political and religious center. But the Temple of the Feathered Serpent tells a different story, one of a powerful, militaristic state that used ritual sacrifice as a tool of control and intimidation. The very gods carved on its walls, representing creation and storms, were also patrons of war. And the mysteries don't stop there. After its construction, the main facade of the temple, the one with all the incredible sculptures, was deliberately covered by a new platform. Or maybe the ideology itself changed, and the powerful symbolism of the feathered serpent became controversial. We simply don't know for sure. It's another layer to the enigma of Teotihuacan, but that is the complexity of the ancient world. These were people who saw the cosmos in a different way, who believed that life and death were part of a continuous cycle, and that sacrifice was necessary to maintain cosmic order and ensure the survival of their world. The fall of Teotihuacan is as mysterious as its rise. Around 550 AD, the city's central monuments were systematically burned and destroyed. Was it an external invasion? An internal uprising from a populist triad of the ruling elite? Or perhaps the result of environmental collapse and resource depletion? The evidence is unclear, but one thing is certain. The city was abandoned, and its people scattered, their stories fading into legend. The legacy of the Feathered Serpent, however, did not die. The worship of Quetzalcóatl was adopted and adapted by later cultures, including the Toltecs and the Aztecs, becoming one of the most important deities in the Mesoamerican pantheon. The art, architecture, and urban planning of Teotihuacan influenced civilizations across the region for 1,000 years after its collapse. It was the blueprint for greatness, So as we leave the Temple of the Feathered Serpent and look back at the Grand Avenue of the Dead, we are left with more questions than answers. Who were the master architects who designed this city with such astronomical precision? What catastrophic event brought this empire to its knees? And what other secrets still lie buried beneath our feet? Teotihuacan reminds us that history is not a static story, but a living investigation. A conversation with the past that continues to evolve with every new discovery. Have you ever heard of a city of ghosts? A massive, sprawling metropolis, perfectly designed, yet its builders are complete strangers to history. This isn't a fantasy novel. This is the real-life mystery of Teotihuacan. Picture this. Around 100 BCE, while Rome was just beginning its imperial expansion, a city was rising in the heart of Mexico that would rival it in size and sophistication. Archaeological evidence paints a staggering picture. At its peak, Teotihuacan covered over 20 square kilometers stats, larger than ancient Rome. It was home to more than 100,000 people, making it one of the largest cities in the world at the time. This wasn't just a settlement. It was a master-planned urban center. Imagine walking down its central thoroughfare, the Avenue of the Dead. It's a wide, majestic street that stretches for miles, perfectly aligned with the surrounding mountains and celestial bodies. On either side, massive structures rise towards the sky. The Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. These aren't just piles of rock. They're architectural marvels, built with a precision that continues to baffle engineers today. The Pyramid of the Sun, one of the largest structures of its kind in the Western Hemisphere, stands over 200 feet tall. Its base is nearly the same size as the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. Can you imagine the sheer manpower and engineering knowledge required to construct something on this scale 2,000 years ago without modern tools? But it's not just the scale that's impressive, it's the detail. The entire city is laid out on a precise grid. Streets intersect at perfect right angles. Temples, plazas, and even residential compounds are arranged according to a complex cosmological plan. It is as if the builders had a blueprint of the heavens and decided to recreate it on Earth. The alignment of the main avenue and the pyramids corresponds, two specific astronomical events, suggesting a deep understanding of the cosmos. But here's where the story takes a turn into the truly bizarre. For a civilization so advanced, so organized, and so powerful, there is one thing missing. Them. We have no idea who they were. Unlike the Mayans with their intricate hieroglyphs, or the Aztecs with their detailed codices, the people of Teotihuacan left behind no written records, no king lists, no historical accounts, no names carved into stone. It's as if they built a perfect city and then vanished without leaving a signature. Think about that for a moment. A culture capable of building monumental pyramids, of organizing a society of over 100,000 people, of creating intricate art and pottery, and they left no word of who they were. This silence is what makes Teotihuacan so haunting and so captivating. We see their work, we walk their streets, but we can't hear their voices. Who were these master architects? What language did they speak? What did they call themselves? What gods did they worship in these magnificent temples? The murals found within the city's compounds depict deities and ceremonies, but without a written language to decipher them, their true meaning remains elusive. We see jaguars, feathered serpents, and what appears to be a great goddess, but the stories behind these images are lost to time. It's a puzzle that has stumped archaeologists and historians for decades. We have theories, of course. Some suggest they were a multicultural hub, a melting pot of different peoples from across Mesoamerica. The presence of distinct pottery styles and architectural influences from other regions supports this idea. Perhaps Teotihuacan was a great pilgrimage site, a neutral ground where different cultures met to trade and worship. Another theory points to a powerful, centralized state ruled by a collective rather than a single king. This could explain the lack of royal tombs or monuments dedicated to individual rulers, which are so common in other ancient civilizations. Maybe their society was structured in a way we simply don't have a model for. And then there's the mystery of its collapse. Around 550 CE, after centuries of dominance, the city experienced a rapid decline. Key buildings along the Avenue of the Dead were systematically burned. But who was responsible? Was it an external invasion? An internal uprising by a frustrated populace against the ruling elite? Or was it the result of environmental collapse, like a prolonged drought that crippled their agriculture? The evidence is ambiguous. The burning seems selective, targeting temples and administrative buildings, suggesting a ritualistic destruction, or a very specific, targeted revolt. After this event, the city was largely abandoned. The population dwindled, and the once mighty metropolis slowly fell into ruin. Its grand pyramids and avenues gradually being reclaimed by nature. Centuries later, when the Aztecs stumbled upon its magnificent remains, they were so awestruck that they believed it could only have been built by giants or gods. They adopted the site as their own, conducting ceremonies there, but even they did not know the identity of its original creators. The people of Teotihuacan left us a legacy of perfect architecture and profound silence. They created a masterpiece, and then simply walked away from it, leaving us to wonder. Their city stands as a powerful reminder that history is full of blank pages, and some of the greatest stories may be the ones that were never written down. It forces us to ask, what other great civilizations have risen and fallen, leaving behind only whispers and enigmatic ruins? The mystery of Teotihuacan is more than just an archaeological question. It's a philosophical one. It challenges our understanding of what makes a civilization great. Is it the names of kings and the chronicles of wars? Or is it the enduring, silent testament of what human beings can create together? As we continue to excavate and study this incredible site, each new discovery only seems to deepen the mystery, pulling us further into the silent world of this forgotten empire. Ever wondered how ancient civilizations built wonders that still baffle us today? Let's journey back in time, not just to any ancient site, but to the heart of one of Mesoamerica's greatest cities. While the colossal pyramids of the sun and moon often steal the spotlight, we dive in deep into a structure that is arguably more intricate and mysterious. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent. Imagine standing before a six-tiered pyramid, not just of plain stone, but a vibrant tapestry of sculpture and symbolism. Constructed around the 3rd century CE, this isn't the largest pyramid here, but it's by far the most ornate. Its official name is the Temple of Quetzalcóatl, the Feathered Serpent, a powerful deity revered across Mesoamerica. But what makes this temple so special isn't just its name, it's the story etched into its very walls. As we get closer, the incredible detail comes into focus. The main facade, the western side, is a breathtaking gallery of stone carvings. Hundreds of serpent heads jut out from the tiers. But these aren't just any serpents. Look closely. They seem to be emerging from what looked like giant, stylized seashells. These aren't just decorative flourishes. They are potent symbols. The serpent Quetzalcóatl represents life, light, and knowledge. The seashells are symbols of water, the primordial ocean from which all life was believed to have sprung. Together, they create a powerful narrative of creation, fertility, and the cyclical nature of existence. But there's another head depicted here, alternating with the feathered serpent. This one is more geometric, with goggle-like eyes and a scaly appearance. For a long time, this figure was identified as Tlaloc, the god of rain and storms. However, recent interpretations suggest it might be an early representation of a different deity, perhaps a divine warrior, or even a symbol of the Teotihuacan state itself, a kind of divine ruler. The interplay between these two powerful figures, one representing creation and the other perhaps representing earthly power and warfare, gives us a glimpse into the complex worldview of the Teotihuacan. The sheer number of these heads is staggering. There are over 260 of them adorning the main platform. This isn't random. The number 260 is hugely significant in Mesoamerican cultures. It's the number of days in their sacred ritual calendar, the Tonapahuli. So, the temple isn't just a building, it's a calendar in stone, a cosmic clock aligning the structure with the sacred rhythms of time. This repetition of forms, this mathematical and spiritual order, is a defining feature of Teotihuacan's grand architectural plan. Now, let's peel back the layers of time. What we see today is the beautiful, weathered stone. But picture this. Archaeologists have found traces of pigment, revealing that the temple was once painted in dazzling colors. Imagine vibrant reds, deep blues, brilliant whites, and sunny yellows, all set against the natural volcanic gray of the stone. It would have been an absolutely stunning sight, a jewel box of color and sculpture at the heart of the city's ceremonial center, known as the Citadel. The engineering itself is a marvel. Each layer of the pyramid was built with incredible precision. The builders had a sophisticated understanding of geometry, measurement, and proportion. It's not just about stacking stones. It's about creating a stable, enduring structure that also carries deep meaning. The platform's dimensions aren't arbitrary either. They align with astronomical events, particularly the cycles of the planet Venus, which was closely associated with Q. The temple was oriented to track the movements of Venus and the Sun, connecting the earthly realm with the celestial one. These builders were not just engineers. They were astronomers, mathematicians, and priests, embedding their cosmic knowledge directly into the architecture. But the Temple of the Feathered Serpent holds a darker secret, one discovered deep within its foundations. In the 1980s, archaeologists tunneled into the pyramid and made a chilling discovery. Mass graves. They found the remains of over 200 individuals, mostly men, who appeared to have been ritually sacrificed during the temple's construction. Many were found with their hands tied behind their backs, adorned with necklaces made of human jaws, both real and imitation. They were warriors, likely captives, arranged in specific, symbolic patterns within the burial pits. This discovery profoundly changed our understanding of Teotihuacan. Once thought to be a peaceful theocratic city, this evidence revealed a society that also practiced large-scale human sacrifice, a common practice in later Mesoamerican cultures like the Aztecs, but found here on an unprecedented scale for its time. These sacrifices were likely dedication rituals, meant to imbue the temple with sacred power and to appease the gods, ensuring the stability and prosperity of the city. The victims were buried with thousands of offerings, including obsidian blades, jade ornaments, and delicate shell artifacts. It's a somber reminder that behind the beauty and cosmic harmony of the architecture lies a layer of brutal reality and a complex belief system that we are still trying to fully comprehend. More recently, another incredible discovery was made. In 2003, a tunnel was found sealed beneath the temple. After years of careful excavation, archaeologists explored this subterranean passageway, which runs over 100 meters, or about 330 feet, straight under the pyramid. Inside, they found a miniature cosmic landscape. The tunnel was filled with thousands of artifacts, including pyrite spheres that glittered like stars, large seashells, jade statues, and rubber balls. At the very end of the tunnel, they found a chamber representing the underworld, with offerings of mercury that created the illusion of a shimmering, magical lake. It's believed this tunnel was a sacred space, a symbolic conduit to the supernatural realm, used for royal initiation rituals, or perhaps even as a tomb for the city's rulers, though no royal burial has been found. Yet, the Temple of the Feathered Serpent is more than just an ancient ruin. It is a book written in stone, color, and sacrifice. It tells a story of creation and cosmic order, of advanced engineering and astronomical knowledge, but also of ritual violence and the immense power of the state. It challenges us to look beyond the surface, to see the layers of meaning embedded within its design. It reminds us that ancient people were not primitive, but possessed a deep and sophisticated understanding of their world, a world they sought to replicate and honor in the magnificent structures they left behind. Each discovery here opens up new questions and provides a richer, more nuanced picture of the people who built this incredible city. From the vibrant paintings to the sacrificial burials and the cosmic tunnel below, the Temple of Quetzalcóatl continues to reveal its secrets. Ever since the Spanish first laid eyes on the colossal pyramids of Teotihuacan, a single question has echoed through the centuries. Who built this magnificent city? For hundreds of years, we've walked its broad avenues, stood in awe of the pyramids of the sun and moon, and marveled at the Temple of the Feathered Serpent. We thought we knew its surface, but we had no idea what mysteries were hiding just a few feet beneath our feet. It all started in 2003. The kind of torrential rain that washes away the ordinary world revealed something extraordinary. A section of the plaza floor in front of the Temple of the Feathered Serpent suddenly gave way, opening a sinkhole. But this wasn't just a void, it was a doorway that had been sealed for nearly 1,800 years. Archaeologists peered into the darkness and realized they were on the brink of a monumental discovery. This wasn't just a crack in the ground, it was the entrance to a secret tunnel, a passage leading directly into the heart of the pyramid. The excitement was electric, but so was the challenge. The tunnel was deliberately filled with tons of rock and soil, a symbolic and physical barrier to the underworld it represented. For years, teams of archaeologists painstakingly removed the debris, bucket by bucket. It was slow, grueling work, a delicate dance with the past. Every handful of dirt could hold a clue, a fragment of a lost world. After years of this careful excavation, they finally cleared a path, but the tunnel itself was still too unstable and narrow for human entry. So, they called in the robots. They sent in a small, remote-controlled vehicle named Tlaloc 2TC, equipped with cameras and lights. It was like sending a rover to another planet. We all watched, holding our breath, as the first images flickered onto the screen. The robot trundled forward, its lights cutting through the millennia of darkness, and what it revealed was beyond anyone's wildest dreams. The walls weren't just stone, they were glittering, covered in a fine dust of pyrite, or fool's gold. They shimmered and sparkled in the robot's lights. It was as if we were traveling through a galaxy, a man-made cosmos built deep within the Earth. Imagine the effect this would have had in ancient times. Lit by the flickering orange glow of torches, it would have been a truly divine, otherworldly experience. A journey through the stars to reach the underworld. As the robot ventured deeper, about 300 feet in, it encountered two sealed side chambers. The team knew they were getting closer to the main event. Using advanced tools like laser scanners, they created a perfect 3D map of the tunnel, a digital blueprint of this sacred space. This allowed them to see through walls and plan their next moves with incredible precision. The technology was our guide, our own celestial map to navigate this ancient puzzle. And then, they reached the end. The tunnel terminated in 3 larger chambers, and inside these chambers was a treasure trove unlike any other. But this wasn't just about gold and jewels. This was a collection of symbolic offerings, a message left for the gods. Tay found over 50,000 individual artifacts. There were intricate jade statues, carved seashells from the distant Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean, and beautifully crafted pottery. There were even jaguar remains, a powerful symbol of authority in the underworld. One of the most astonishing finds was the presence of liquid mercury. In 2 of the chambers, large quantities of this shimmering, silvery element were found. Mercury? In the ancient mindset, it likely represented the sacred rivers and lakes of the underworld. It was a liquid mirror, a magical substance that mimicked the celestial waters of the cosmos. The entire tunnel was a symbolic landscape, a microcosm of the universe, with the starry sky on the walls and the underworld rivers on the floor. But perhaps the most enigmatic discovery of all were the orbs. Hundreds of them, small, perfectly round spheres made of clay, meticulously covered in pyrite. When the archaeologists shined their lights on them, these orbs shimmered with a metallic, golden glow. What were they? Their purpose is a complete mystery. Some scholars believe they were ritual offerings, sacred gifts to the deities of the underworld. Others have a more cosmic theory, that these glowing spheres were meant to represent the stars, planets, or other celestial bodies. Could they be a model of the solar system, or a star chart to guide the souls of the dead? The discovery of this tunnel has completely transformed our understanding of Teotihuacan. It confirms that the city's inhabitants weren't just incredible architects. They were also deeply spiritual people with a complex and beautiful understanding of the universe. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent wasn't just a monument, it was a portal, a place where the earthly realm, the heavens, and the underworld all converged. The treasures found here suggest this tunnel may have been the final resting place for Teotihuacan's rulers, whose tombs have famously never been found. Were the most powerful kings and priests of this great city laid to rest at the end of this cosmic tunnel, surrounded by symbolic rivers and a galaxy of their own making. The chambers at the end are still being excavated, and the final secrets have yet to be revealed. The story of this tunnel is a reminder that history is not a closed book. It's a living, breathing thing, with entire chapters still buried beneath our feet, waiting for a flash of rain or a dedicated team of explorers to bring them into the light. What other secrets does Teotihuacan hold? We're only just beginning to listen to the whispers from beneath the stone. This sprawling metropolis was once the heart of a powerful civilization, and its secrets continue to captivate archaeologists and historians alike. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to walk through a city built, not just for people, but for the cosmos itself? Teotihuacan wasn't a haphazard collection of buildings. It was a marvel of urban planning, a meticulously designed grid that speaks volumes about the knowledge and vision of its creators. The city's main artery, the famous Avenue of the Dead, is a perfect example. It's not just a road, it's a statement. This grand boulevard stretches 4 miles, connecting the city's most sacred structures in a breathtakingly straight line. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. The Avenue of the Dead, and indeed the entire city grid, isn't aligned to the cardinal directions of north, south, east, and west, as you might expect. Instead, it's deliberately oriented 15.5 degrees east of true north. Now, why would they do that? This wasn't a mistake. This precise angle was intentional. A sophisticated alignment designed to track important astronomical cycles that were deeply significant in ancient Mesoamerican cosmology. Imagine the city as a giant celestial clock, where the pyramids and avenues were the hands, marking the passage of time and the movement of the stars. This layout transformed Teotihuacan from a simple settlement into a dynamic ceremonial and astronomical center, a place where the earthly and the divine were in perfect harmony. As we stand virtually at the base of the Pyramid of the Moon, looking down the Avenue of the Dead towards the colossal Pyramid of the Sun, you can feel the intentionality behind every stone. The Pyramid of the Sun itself is positioned to align with the setting sun on specific, ritually important dates of the year. It's believed that these alignments were crucial for their agricultural calendar, helping them determine the best times for planting and harvesting. The city was a living calendar, a testament to a deep understanding of the cosmos that was woven into the very fabric of daily life. This cosmic connection wasn't just for show, it was a fundamental source of the city's power. At its peak, around 450 AD, Teotihuacan was one of the largest cities in the world, home to over 100,000 people. Its influence was immense, stretching across Mesoamerica. We find evidence of Teotihuacan's distinctive art, architecture, and pottery in regions hundreds of miles away, from the Maya kingdoms in the jungles of the south to the Zapotec centers in what is now Oaxaca. This wasn't just trade. It was a cultural and ideological expansion. Teotihuacan exported its worldview. The city's power was not just political or military, but profoundly spiritual and intellectual. The grand temples, like the Pyramid of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Moon, and the stunning Temple of the Feathered Serpent, were more than just monuments to the gods. They were centers of knowledge. Think of them as ancient universities and observatories combined. Within their walls, priests and scholars studied astronomy, developed complex calendars, and refined their understanding of mathematics. This knowledge was power. By controlling the calendar and interpreting celestial events, the city's elite could legitimize their rule and maintain social order. They were the keepers of sacred time and space. Let's talk about the Temple of the Feathered Serpent, also known as the Quetzalcóatl Pyramid. This structure is particularly revealing. It is adorned with incredible sculptures of the feathered serpent god and a goggly deity often associated with storms and warfare. But beneath its beautiful facade lies a darker story. Excavations have revealed mass graves containing the remains of over 100 individuals, likely sacrificial victims, buried as part of the temple's dedication. This tells us that the city's power was also enforced through ritual and sacrifice, demonstrating the absolute authority the rulers held over their people. The city was a melting pot of cultures. Analysis of residential compounds shows that Teotihuacan was incredibly diverse, with distinct neighborhoods for people from different parts of Mesoamerica. You might have had a Zapotec neighborhood here, and a Maya-influenced enclave over there. These communities brought their own skills and traditions, contributing to the city's vibrant and cosmopolitan atmosphere. This multiculturalism was likely a key to its economic success, turning it into a thriving hub for trade, craft, production, and innovation. The sheer scale of its workshops, producing everything from obsidian tools to intricate pottery, is staggering. But here is the greatest mystery of all. Around 550 AD, the city's central monuments were systematically burned, and the city entered a rapid decline. What happened? Was it an external invasion? A civil war? an environmental catastrophe. Historians are still debating the cause. There's evidence of internal strife, perhaps a rebellion by the populace against the ruling elite. It seems the very heart of the city was intentionally destroyed by its own inhabitants. After this event, the city was never the same. It was gradually abandoned, and its once grand pyramids and avenues were left to the elements. Centuries later, when the Aztecs discovered the ruins, they were so awestruck that they believed it was the birthplace of the gods, a place where the current world was created. They gave it the name we use today, Teotihuacan, which in their Nahuatl language means the city of the gods. They saw the monumental architecture and the cosmic alignments and concluded that it could not have been built by mortals. And in a way, they were right. Teotihuacan was built by people who saw themselves as part of a much larger cosmic order. They built a city that reflected the heavens, a place that unified science, religion, and power into a singular, awe-inspiring vision. Walking through its silent avenues today, you can still feel that vision. You can sense the ambition, the knowledge, and the spiritual depth of a civilization that, for a time, was the center of its world. What do you think was the secret to Teotihuacan's power, and what do you believe led to its mysterious downfall? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's a puzzle that continues to fascinate us, a reminder of the incredible achievements and ultimate fragility of human civilizations. Imagine this place, over 1,800 years ago, a bustling metropolis, one of the largest in the world, filled with artisans, priests, and pilgrims. At its very center, this magnificent temple rose, not just as a place of worship, but as a cosmic map carved in stone. Let's take a closer look. As you walk through the Archaeology platform, you're greeted by a sight that is both breathtaking and a little intimidating. Hundreds of serpent heads, meticulously carved, jut out from the temple's facade. These aren't just decorations. They are Quetzalcóatl, the Feathered Serpent, a powerful deity associated with creation, fertility, and knowledge. Notice how they alternate with another mysterious figure, often identified as Tlaloc, the god of rain and storms. This pairing tells a story of balance, the life-giving waters of the earth and the creative wisdom of the sky, intertwined. The sheer precision is astounding. The temple was built using the tali tablero architectural style, a hallmark of Teotihuacan. You have the sloping base, the talud, and the vertical, often decorated panel, the tableau. This creates a rhythmic, stepped silhouette that ascends towards the heavens. Think about the engineering skill required to construct such a massive, symmetrical structure without modern tools. These builders were master mathematicians and astronomers. But the temple holds a darker secret. In the 1980s, archaeologists made a startling discovery beneath its foundations. They unearthed mass graves containing the remains of over 200 individuals, mostly men. Many were found with their hands tied behind their backs, adorned with necklaces made of human teeth and imitation jaws. They were warriors, likely sacrificed during the temple's dedication. This discovery completely changed our understanding of Teotihuacan. It wasn't just a city of peaceful philosophers. It was a powerful empire capable of immense ritual violence, a place where life and death were woven into the very fabric of its sacred spaces. What's fascinating is that shortly after its construction, the temple's main facade was deliberately covered by the Archaeology platform. Why would they hide such a masterpiece? Was it a change in political power? A shift in religious beliefs? Perhaps the rulers who commissioned the temple fell out of favor, and the new leaders wanted to erase their legacy. Or maybe the symbolism of the feathered serpent became too potent, too dangerous to be left in plain sight. This act of concealment is one of Teotihuacan's greatest unsolved mysteries. The city hides its history in plain sight. Now, let's talk about the symbolism. Look closely at the serpent heads. You can see the intricate details of feathers framing the reptilian face, the bird fangs. Around them, the facade is covered in carvings of seashells and aquatic motifs. This isn't just a random assortment of images. It represents a creation story. The feathered serpent is swimming through a primordial sea, bringing order out of chaos, creating the world. The entire temple is a cosmological diagram, a physical representation of the universe, as the people of Teotihuacan understood it. As we stand here today, the Temple of the Feathered Serpent is more than just an archaeological ruin. It is a testament to the ingenuity and complexity of a civilization that rose and fell long before the Aztecs, who later found this city abandoned and named it the place where the gods were created. The silence of Teotihuacan is deceptive. If you listen closely, the stones still speak. They tell of a city built in harmony with the cosmos, of powerful gods, and of the human hands that built a universe out of stone. When the sun begins to set, a magical transformation occurs. The low angle of the light catches the details of the carvings, making them glow. For a fleeting moment, the feathers, scales, and geometric patterns come alive, whispering tales of their creators. These were not just builders, they were thinkers, engineers, and astronomers. They designed a city that mirrored the movements of the stars, a city that remains one of humanity's greatest architectural achievements. The legacy of Teotihuacan and its temple is not found in myths of forgotten gods, but in the precision of every stone and the questions they leave behind. It's a powerful reminder that history is never truly lost. It's simply waiting to be rediscovered, buried beneath our feet, carved into the face of time itself. The mystery endures, not in what we don't know, but in the incredible knowledge and skill that we can still see and touch today. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey into the Earth. If you're as fascinated by these ancient mysteries as we are, do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the secrets of the past. Let us know in the comments what you think the purpose of those mysterious pyrite orbs could be. Until next time, keep exploring.